wanted to build ensembles, firms, teams, and no one had really been doing that in the Northwestern system. So there was no playbook, there was no roadmap. It was a lot of people just talking back and forth. When I first joined ClientWise, it allowed really a lot of structure and ideas and thoughts. It allowed that study group or camaraderie feel because we were all building it together at that time. And then the content was just so incredible. It was helping you see what you couldn't see yourself. And the unknown started becoming known as each and every quarter we were getting together. And with the great agenda that ClientWise was putting together, you just had this stacking or this building on top of each other.
It forces us on a regular basis throughout the year to step out of the day-to-day business and focus on the business, more on the strategy and the structure. And another concept that has really helped us over the years is challenging us to create the interdependent firm from more of a dependent firm, from an individual, solo advisor with some very good, successful support people to a team and really building an enterprise.
If you think about being involved in something or anything for 14 years, especially with how busy all of us are, you don't keep going unless there is always value being added. And so every time I get back, my wife says, was that worth it? And I'm like, yeah, I learned a ton. I talked about a lot of strategies, got, thinking about where we're trying to head and go to. A lot of times when you have travel, you're like, oh, I can't believe I got to go there. Where it is one of the few things on my calendar where I say, I'm excited to go see the team at ClientWise. I'm excited to see these other firms that we've been growing and building with. And I'm excited to learn more and be challenged more. Wouldn't surprise me if I don't eventually have the 25-year member ribbon 11 years from now is what I'm hoping for.
ClientWise has always been very helpful in helping us, see ahead, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years in the future to help us prepare for what we need to be building within the business as opposed to, what we're dealing with today, this month, this year.
Obviously, getting started with ClientWise early on, everything was growing back then. We had 4 people. So if you go to 5, you had 25% growth. You're like, man, we're killing it. But I think the exponential growth that came from creating a multi-generational enduring firm and the workshops and help that were there along the way now has been an accelerant or a slingshot to McGill Junge's growth and where we are today.
I would tell people we would not be where we're at today without working with ClientWise, not even close to where we're at. And it's not a magic switch. It doesn't happen in the first 6 months. It doesn't happen in the first year. It's a partner in the journey along the way that helps you get comfortable being uncomfortable, challenging you to get out of the way you've been doing things for maybe many, many years.
It can be daunting when you go there. You leave that meeting thinking, I am so far behind. You drank from a fire hose for that entire day. You've got your to-do list. But for a newer firm, it's just taking a bite at the apple. It's just starting to work, at it and building on it. And then over time, you get into a cadence. And it's still always somewhat overwhelming. But what you have to realize, because you're investing in your team and yourself and your firm through ClientWise, you're actually way further ahead than other firms. The ClientWise team really does a great job of saying, there's a lot more out there. Now let us help you get there.